Y Meduca presenta las teleclases para estudiantes de media en Conéctate con la Estrella.
Welcome, new generation leaders. This is your teacher, Mrs. Ayala. Welcome to this second part of the topic, readings. Let me give you an overview of what we will cover today. First, we will see the lesson objectives. Then, you will watch a video sent by the students Sammy and Maddie from New Orleans and listen to the various ways of reading people. Afterwards, you will practice vocabulary words, and you will also have a chance to practice building sentences and analyze a certain grammar structure and apply some grammar rules too. We are also going to have a reading activity, plus with few more practices. And finally, you're gonna have a task or assignment. All right, these lessons' goals are to apply different ways of reading and the use of the simple present tense. Now, let's watch out over this Maddie and Sammy conversation. They are gonna present different ways of reading people. Pay attention to the video.
Hi, Teacher Grace. My name is Sammy. And I'm Maddie. And today we're going to talk about greetings. So first, we'll do an example of a professional greeting. Hi, nice to see you. It's nice to see you too. So now we'll do an example of greeting close friends. Hi, Maddie, I missed you. I missed you too. Now we'll show an example of a greeting from a distance. Hey, what's up? Not much. How are you? I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Thank you, Maddie and Sammy. As you could see in the conversation, there are different ways that are related to reading people in various situations. So we are going to practice a little bit more about those phrases and words related to it. I want you to repeat with me, please. Hi, nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Greeting close friends. Hi, Maddie, I missed you. I missed you too. Reading from a distance. Hey, what's up? Not much, how are you? I'm good, thanks for asking. Let's look over some other sentences. If, for instance, someone asks you, how are you? Or how is it going? Or how are things? You can answer to your close friend like, yeah, good, or I'm all right, or not bad, or pretty good. But what about if you are not feeling so well and your friend asks you, hey, what's up? You can answer, not so great, or a bit sick, or hanging in there. So there are different ways to answer to a close friend. Let's see that someone asks you, how is your day? Or how is your week? You can answer in a distance. You can say good, or hey, busy, or slow, or all right, or crazy, or unbelievable. So this is a way to greet from the distance, remember? And imagine if you have an interview or you have to greet someone in a formal way. If that person greets you like, good afternoon, madam, it is a real honor to have you here. So how do you answer that greeting? You can say, good afternoon, sir. It's lovely to see you again. So this is an example of a formal greeting or professional greeting, as you could see in the video with Sammy and Sammy. So, okay, as you could see, we developed those phrases in simple present tense. So let's see a structure of a simple present. Let's review what we talked about in our last class. Do you remember? Then you're gonna see how to change those sentences into question or into a negative statement. That's very interesting, guys. And very simple too. One thing in life we can guarantee is that seconds turn into minutes, minutes to hours, hours to days, and days to years. Times continue to march, whether we like it or not. What that means for our use of English grammar is that we have to be able to capture the fact that some things are happening now, some things have already happened, and some things are going to happen. So to be able to cope with our time-organized existence, the English language, like the Spanish language, have been written in tenses, past, present, and future. So today we are going to review, as I mentioned, the present tense that expresses what is happening right now or something that is ongoing. It sounds simple enough, doesn't it? So the best advice is to keep it simple and stick to the rules. That's what we are going to see right now. So, living the present, understanding the present tense with all the tenses. We'll go through like a simple version, and there is another that is not so simple, but we are going to recap first what we talked about in our last class. I'm going to break down each part so you can see how to use it correctly. Let me give you an example of a simple present. I am happy to study English as I study every day. So this is an example of simple present tense. Let's see this chart. Okay, we have first person singular, I plus the verb, and plural, we plus the verb. Second person singular, you plus the verb, and in plural, you plus the verb. And third person singular is he, she, or it plus the verb plus s or es. And in plural is they plus the verb. So it is used to describe, the simple present tense is used to describe what you are doing right now, such as I mentioned in the sentence, I am happy to learn English. It is also used to describe a habitual activity that you do regularly. In this case, I write every day. So the simple present is not difficult to conjugate, as the majority of the verbs with all pronouns, they use the root form or base form of the verb, and in some cases we have to add the s or es. Habitual action, okay? Habitual actions, custom, facts, and future action. We use simple present verb form for this situation. So for habitual action, habitual, I work in a school. This is an example. Custom, most Americans eat turkey in Thanksgiving Day. This is a custom. Fact, the earth revolves around the sun. And future action, the concert starts in 5 minutes. So we use the present tense to show this habitual action, custom, facts, and future. As you could notice, the base form of the verb is used with the subject pronoun, I, you, they, we. And with the nouns, this pronoun can replace. For example, if you have like the student, you can replace that noun for they. Instead of say the student, we can replace that for a pronoun like they. Let's see this, the verb in third person. So the ending here, for example, the verb that ends with S, SH, CH, X, or O. So we use the ES after these letters or combination. Like in past, we have to add the ES at the end. Or the verb, like push, it ends with CH, we add the ES. And CH, we add ES. And in box, we add also the ES in third person, and in do ends with O, so we add the ES. What about the verbs that ends in a consonant? And Y, we have to change that Y for I, and then we add the ES, like in very. It changed in varies. In third person, remember? Okay, let's see the verb be here. So we have in first person, I am or we are. In second person, you are or you are in plural. And in third person, he, she, or it, we add the verb be is. Let's see the following chart here. With the verb have, remember that with the verb have, we use only for the third person singular. It's not have anymore, it's has. So this is something that you have to take into account when you are writing sentences or talking. Just the verb in third person singular, they change. Now let's put into practice all this knowledge, all the rules. Practice number 1. You have to circle the simple present tense of the verb in parentheses. And also you have to write the reason that simple present is used, like habitual action, custom, fact, or future time. So number 1, I eat lunch in the cafeteria every day but Friday. I eat. Very good. This is a habitual action. Very good. Julia, a heavy backpack to school every day. So Julia carries. Very good. And this is a habitual action too. Here, you English well. You speak. Very good. What is this? A fact. The state of Florida produces a great deal of citrus fruit. Produces. Good. And this is a fact too. Very good. During the holidays, we always special meat. We always make. Very good. This is a custom. And here, he television every night. Watches. Very good. And this is a habitual action. My roommate, a prayer before he eats. Says. Very good. So this is a custom. The game in an hour begins, and this is a future time. My friend and I near a park live. Very good. And this is a fact. We traditional dress on holiday. This is a custom, right? So we wear, and most people shake hands when this is a custom. Very good. Okay. Let's see the practice number 2. Here you have to use a pronoun and the verb provided and create your own sentences. So you have to be creative, okay? She always makes, for example, she always makes. Let's see this. So you have to build your own sentences, guys. You can take a picture of it and develop the activity later. So here, guys, we form, let's see, how to form these sentences into negative statements. Remember that negative is the opposite of a positive sentence. It describes what is not or not longer the case. We form this negative by adding the auxiliary verb do or does in third person singular and the word not after the subject of the sentence. And this can be also contracted to don't. Instead of say do not, we can say don't. Or instead of say does not, we can say doesn't. For example, we do not go, or she doesn't like it. We can use don't go, or she doesn't like it. What about the interrogative sentences? It is used to ask a question. So they are marked by the question mark at the end. Instead of period, we add the question mark. So simple interrogative questions, they use also the auxiliary verb do, but before the subject. And generally, it's uncommon to use the third person subject into interrogative sentence in simple present. So we have, like this example, do you jog every day? Or does he still live in Las Cumbres? So it is good to mention that negative interrogative sentences also ask a question, but they imply that the speaker expects the answer to be yes. We form this by adding the auxiliary do or does before the subject of the sentence and the word not after the subject. So, did you see how easy it is to change the sentences into negative and interrogative? Now let's put in practice that, okay? We have here the first statement, he goes to school every day. Let me open a space here because we need to add the auxiliary before the verb. We are talking he is third person, so we use does not. And we don't need goes anymore because we are using the auxiliary, so it has to be in the base form. He does not go to school every day. My roommate likes a snake. Let me open here in a space. Before the verb, we add the auxiliary. My roommate does not like, it's not likes anymore, it's like, the base form of the verb, like snake. Number 3, you know my family. Let me see here. You is not third person, so we use do not. You do not know my family. Good. We help our neighbors. We is not third person, so we have to add don't, right? Do not. We do not help our neighbors. The owner opens the store every day at 8. So the owner is third person, so we have to use does. And it's not opens, it's open. The base form. Very good. Excellent, guys. Good job. Now, guys, let's practice changing these sentences into interrogative. He goes to school every day. What do we need for changing these sentences into interrogative sentences? Good. We have to add the auxiliary, do or does. In this case, it's does. Let me change this. Does he? Does he is not goes because we are using the auxiliary. So it's, does he go to school every day? Let's see number 2. My room. Something is happening here. Yes, it's missing the question mark. Excellent. My roommate likes snakes. So we have to use the auxiliary. My roommate is third person, so we use does. Does my roommate likes? No. My roommate likes snakes. Remember, you have to change it into the base form. And the question mark. Good. Number 3. You know my family. Auxiliary is not third person, so we have to use do. Do you know my family? And the question mark. We help our neighbors. We have to use the auxiliary, due to, and the question mark. Very good. The owner opens the store every day at 8. Does. Excellent. Does the owner opens? No, it's incorrect, so we have to put the verb in the base form. Does the owner open the store every day at 8? Question mark. Very good. Excellent. So now, guys, we're going to have the opportunity to read a very interesting topic that is called breakfast, the importance of breakfast. Let's read together. I want you to repeat after me. I will give you some time for you to repeat, and I will ask you 2 questions at the end. Pay attention. Wake up. Pay attention to your opinions and feelings as you read something. Good. So the importance of breakfast. Do you skip breakfast? Some people do, and if you are one of them, you are putting your ability to think and learn at risk. Good job. Skipping breakfast can cause you to be hungry, tired, and crabby by the middle of the morning. Let's repeat. Excellent. Why is that? First, when you wake up, you have not eaten for about 8 hours. Great. Your body's fuel, called glucose, is low. Wonderful. Eating breakfast raises the level of glucose in your brain. Good job. Your brain requires a constant flow of glucose to do mental work. Excellent. So eating breakfast will give you a mental edge of cool. Wonderful. What if you don't have enough time for breakfast, or if you are not hungry when you wake up? Very good. Having something for breakfast is better than nothing. Excellent. Drink some milk or juice. Perfect. Then catch a nutritious snack later on in the morning. Very good. Yogurt, dry cereal, cheeses, or fruit are good choices. Wonderful. What if you don't like breakfast foods? Then you eat healthy foods you do like. Perfect. Even cold pizza or a fruit smoothie can power your morning. Excellent. Any way you look at it, there's no reason to keep this special meal. Good job, guys. Nice, very good. Okay, let's review this reading. Let's Circle the words in simple present tense, the verb. Can you recognize them? Do is one. Very good. Are. Skip is another. Think and learn. Very good. What else? Cause. Be. What else? Have. Very good. Rises. Very good. Let's see here, the second page. We have requires. Have. Are. Wake up. Catch. Are. Like. It. Power. Look. And skip. Very good. Very good. Now the questions. Do you skip breakfast? Why or why not? And the second is, can you modify your breakfast habits as a consequence of this information? I will give you time for you to answer this question according to the reading. So you can take a picture. Good. So it's time to write. But first, let's listen to this WhatsApp conversation between Grace and Berenice Marie. It is related to the Grace custom of a tent match every single year. Pay attention.
Do you like soccer, Grace?
I love it. I am a United fan. I go to all their games. Eric usually comes with me, and we travel to away games too. Why you don't come to a match sometime?
I'm afraid it doesn't make sense to me. Men running after a ball. Why do you take it so seriously?
It is a wonderful game. I love it. United is my whole life.
How much does it cost to buy the tickets and pay for the travel?
A lot. I don't know exactly how much, but that does not matter to me. I do not want to do anything else. Does that annoy you?
No, it does not annoy me. I just find it a bit sad.
It's time to fill the blanks. So we have Berenice Marie said. It's a question, so we have to use the auxiliary, right? Oh my goodness, it's already done. Let me, wait. Okay, do you like soccer, Grace? What did she say? I love it. Very good. I am a United fan. I go to all their games. Eric usually comes, travel, very good, to away games too. Why is a question. Do you take to a match sometime? Berenice said, I'm afraid soccer does not make, it's a negative statement, sense to me. Men running after a ball. Now the question, why? We have the auxiliary. Do you take it so seriously? And Red say, it's a wonderful game. I love it. United are my whole life. And Berenice said, how much? It's a question. We need the auxiliary. Does it cost to buy the tickets and pay for the travel? And Ray said, a lot. It's a negative, so I don't know exactly how much, but it doesn't matter to me. Negative, I don't want to do anything else. Question, does that annoy you? Very good. But then it said, no, it doesn't or doesn't annoy me. I just find it a bit sad. Good job, guys. So now it's time for your assignment, guys. I want you to use this technique. While you listen to this technique and other suggestive, they can help you reach your goals. So pay attention to the video. Today we are going to create a mind map. This is a diagram used to visually organize information. It is a way to represent ideas and concepts, and also a visual thinking tool that helps structuring information, helping you to better analyze, comprehend, synthesize, recall, and generate new ideas, just as in every great idea. Its power lies in its simplicity. So it can help you to succeed in your exams. Remember that memory plays an important role in academic performance, and improved memory not only enhances your chances of doing well in exams, it gets your brain into good habits. The more effectively you learn, the more effectively your memory works. So why do we use this technique? We can use it that way you keep up your interest and you go into the exam confidence, a full recall. Remember, there are different ways of approaching your studying to increase your recall of the information. 30% of people are auditory learners. They prefer to use their hearing rather than reading ability. If you prefer to learn by listening, record some information on a tape or on your cell phone. Play it back to yourself at different time of day or just before you go to sleep. Another technique that you can use is to use flashcards. You can write questions on one side and answers on the other. So you can give your card to someone else to help your study. And you can use them to change the order in which you learn information. So remember, guys, use this technique by using a small amount of information at first. See you next time. Yes, guys, the assignment is to create a mind map. So let's see the step. I want you to practice first by reading an article. You can read an article or a book. I suggest you this one. You can copy the link, search for this article, Then you have to get the main ideas and start creating your main map and use it to recall the information to your teacher during a speech or any other presentation. You can create it using Microsoft Word. You can find different features in Microsoft Word that can help you to create your mind map, or you can use Xmind. That is another tool that you can use online. Stay tuned, guys. This is a blog that I am introducing to you. All the teachers that are teaching on TV, they are uploading their presentations on this blog. So you can find in here all the presentation from 7 to 12. You can scan the code or access through this link. And remember, there is a team in Microsoft Teams that you can get connected with other teachers and other students from 10th grade. Okay, our special thanks to Magister Daira Creighton, that is the academic coordinator. And also, we want to say thank you to Tulane University, that is supporting my lessons with some videos, and also all these sponsors that make this lesson possible for you. Guys, keep in mind this quote from Nora Roberts: if you don't go after what you want, you will never have it. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. And if you don't step forward, you are always in the same place. Keep this quote in mind from Nora Roberts. So see you guys. See you in our next class for 10th grade. Remember, be safe. Wear your face mask. Don't take out your face mask. If you're outside of your house, keep the social distancing. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Goodbye. See you next time.